guys, and welcome to my video. And I just wanted to do this video very quickly whilst the Holo Taco sale is still on, because what I've done is I've chosen this lovely warm colour. It's absolutely freezing today, so I fancy something really cosy. This polish is called I'm Over Brew, and it is a burgundy creme. And this is 2 coats I've got on my hands, but what I've done is I've put a different topper on each finger, and I want to go through them with you and let you guys see which ones you think are the best, and then also give you my honest opinions as well. So here we go, you can see it's a right old mishmash of different polishes on here, and I've done the same on the other hand as well. Here we go, so yeah, we've got 10 different toppers. So this excludes all the unicorn skins, all the shimmers and anything that is limited edition, because I just thought there's no point doing the limited edition items, but all these you can currently get at the sale prices. So let me just talk through them and you can see what you think. I will insert some photos as well if possible, but they're sometimes really difficult to photograph and to take videos of. You have to hold them at certain angles to see the sparkles. But this first one is called Fallen Flake Taco. This one is literally autumn in a bottle, and I love all the flakies in here. This is a multi-chrome flake topper, and I think this one looks particularly good over like greens I've seen. But I wanted to choose a creme polish that I thought would go with the majority of colours of the toppers that I've got here. So that's why I went with I'm Over Brew. So this is what this one is like on the nail, and yeah, it does shift around, so you get like colours of pink and gold. And yeah, I really like this one, but I think I'm looking forward to wearing this one over maybe a purple as well, a rich purple, like just vamping, something like that. But I think it does look, as I said, really good over greens. Okay, and the next one I'm wearing, and this is just a classic, this is Gold Flake Topper. And as per the description, it is a gold flake. And this actually goes on quite thick. So this is what I'm wearing on my forefinger here. My advice is when you put it on to really thin it out, because I put it on and it almost it made the whole nail look gold. It's not thick or anything, I just think there's so many foil flakes in there, they just all come out at once. So then I thinned it out and I much prefer it. But this one I think looks really good from a distance in particular, because it really shows up in any sort of lighting, and it just looks really Christmassy. And I think this one would go with a lot of different colours of creme polish as well. So I do really like the Gold Flake Taco. And then the next one I'm wearing is Rose Gold Flake Taco. And I thought this was the perfect match for this polish, because it's a similar sort of colourway. And this one I think looks really good over purples and over greys as well. Also seen it over some blues, not all blues, but certain blues I think this looks really good. But yeah, greys and purples I particularly like. So this is Rose Gold Flake Taco here on my middle finger, and what I've done is I decided to put it next to the gold one and the rose gold one together so that you can compare, just in case you prefer one over the other. But once again, I think this one looks really good over I'm Over Brew, and it really shows up in all sorts of lighting as well. So even in dim lighting it shows up. It's unfortunately not sunny at all at the moment. The weather is absolutely awful outside. So if I do manage to get any sun photos, I will put them next to my footage here to show you. But yeah, this is another one that I really like. And also, this one didn't come out as thick as the gold one. So this one I just put on normally. But yeah, the gold came out really thick, all clumpy together. And then the next one I'm wearing is just a complete party on the nails, and this one is called Everything Taco. Now you can see that I've used this one a few times, and I particularly like this one over paler colours. So yeah, I have tried it over, was it Shady Navy? I tried it and I didn't mind it over that, but I really like this over paler colours. But I think it looks really good over I'm Over Brew as well. Now this one is just a mixture of iridescent flakies, and then it's got some of the other like scatter taco, flaky taco. I think it's got a bit of linear in as well. So this is a whole combo of different flakies put together. So this one is on my ring finger. Now this one, I would say out of all of these that I'm wearing, is the one that shows up the most. And it really does really sparkle in all sorts of lighting. And interestingly, I did ask my boyfriend, out of all the toppers I'm wearing, which one was his favourite. And he chose this one, which I really didn't expect at all. I didn't think he'd go for this. I thought he'd go for something a bit more subtle, but yeah, he really liked this one. He really likes I'm Over Brute anyway. He thinks it's quite a classy colour. But he really liked it with this. And yeah, this is one of my top picks as well. But I'll tell you my top picks at the end. And then the last one on this hand is Black Flake Taco. So yes, this is a black flake topper. And the thing I like about this one is that you don't get all the flakes in the same size. So they're lots of different sizes. And this looks really good over some of the pastel colours. So like Butter Me Up and Crime and Punishment, it looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream. But I know lots of people don't like black flake toppers. Now this is on my little finger, so it's not so obvious. But I think this looks good over darker colours actually. Once again, I think this looks good over things like greys and purples. And I'm thinking about using this next year as like a Halloween polish, like over Disco Inferno. I think that would look good. So yeah, this one also, this one just went on normally, so I didn't need to space it out a lot. But yeah, this is another really good one. Okay, so now we're on the other hand, and on my thumb is a Flaky Taco. And this one has surprised me actually. This was my boyfriend's second favourite, so he's obviously after some multicoloured sparkles at the moment. He really liked this, and yeah, this is a top pick for me as well. So this one is, it's like got bigger flakes than scattered taco, so I must wear this more often because I really like it on my thumb here. So here it is, and you move it around and it really catches the light. I'm just going to come in so it zooms in a bit so you can see the colours, but yeah, it's really sparkly. I really like this one, so I'm definitely going to have to wear this again soon. And don't forget that you can also mix some of these toppers together as well. So what I might try doing is mixing this with, say, like reflective taco and see how that goes. But yeah, this is another top pick for me. I will show you in comparison to scattered though, so you can see the difference. And the next one I'm wearing is Disco Dust Topper. Now this one, it's a tricky one, this one. I think this one looks good over darker colours. I don't think it looks good over light colours. This is the sort of topper as well that if I was wearing a glitter, for example, then I'd probably just slap on some of this as well, just for some extra sparkle, but it would have to be a darker glitter. This one, if you have it on a pale colour, it sort of looks like dust on your nails. So yeah, I don't like it on the light colours, but I do like it on the darker colours. Now this one is really difficult to photograph and get into videos because with the reflective toppers, they really sparkle at certain angles, so you have to really catch it at a certain angle to catch the light. So it looks really good under flash, so I will go and get my phone in a moment and see if I can capture it for you. But as you can see, I think it does look better over these darker colours, because even here you can still see that it does look a little bit dusty, but not as bad as it would over a light colour. And then next up we have just the original reflective taco, which is the silver one. So I have put it on the nail right next to Disco Dust, so that's Disco Dust, this is reflective. I think on initial impressions I prefer just the original reflective. And also I found that it wasn't so This one comes out once again a little bit too compact, so it's a bit too busy, whereas this one wasn't so bad. So I think it's another reason that I prefer that. And yeah, I would once again put this over or mix it with some other toppers. So on my next finger we have Scatter Taco, which was one of my most used toppers. I use that so much. And what I might do in future is I might try mixing this and say Reflective at the same time, or this and Disco Dusk at the same time. But Scatter Taco is one of my top toppers, but I think Flaky is giving it a run for its money at the moment. So yeah, I'll definitely have to start using that more. So yeah, so here's my scattered bottle, but bearing in mind how much I have used this, I've had this bottle for 2 years now. It's hardly gone down. It really lasts. So you really do get good value for money with these toppers because they last absolutely yonks. I know it's a bit awkward, but I promised I'd compare Flaky Taco to Scattered. So Scattered, Flaky. If I move my hand around, you can see what those two are like. So yeah, Flaky is definitely a lot more obvious. So if you want something to cheer you up in winter when it's gloomy, go for Flaky. And then the last topper that I'm wearing on my little finger is called Linear Taco. Now this one, I don't like it over darker colours. I just find because it's silver based, it just overpowers the colour underneath. But I think this will probably look better under lighter colours. So if you've got some pastel cremes, for example, I think this would look better over those. I just don't like it over I'm Over Brew. So it is on my little finger here. It does sparkle and it does make it hollow, but I just think the silver, like I said, it takes over a bit, and then I don't like seeing the outline of the I'm Over Brew. I mean, that's partly down to my painting skills probably. But yeah, it's just not my favourite. My boyfriend said the same thing. He said that was his least favourite. He said it just stands out like a bit odd in comparison to everything else. So yeah, so that one is definitely my least favourite out of this bundle over this particular colour. So there you go, I've just grabbed my phone so I can try and show you Reflective and Disco Dust. You can see them sparkling a bit more. But don't forget, you're not always walking around with your phone on your nails, are you? So this is what they look like in certain lighting. I do have some top picks, so let me just show you what I think are the best ones. So first of all, I really like these two. So that's Fallen Flake Taco and Flaky Taco. And those are what are on my thumbs. So these two, I like these two. I think they're great, and I'm really looking forward to trying Fallen Flake over some other colours like the purples and the greens. But yeah, Flaky Taco has really impressed me. So, and my boyfriend too. I also really like Everything Taco and Scattered Taco. They go without saying. As you can see, they're the ones I've used the most, so I'd recommend these two. And then I think for this time of year, because it's so gloomy, I would go for Rose Gold Flake and the Gold Flake, because you can see them in any lighting. So even if it's gloomy indoors, you can still notice them on your nails. And yeah, so I would go for these as well. Now, Reflective, I think I'm going to have to try giving this a bit more of a go, because I've hardly ever used this. You can see I've only used it maybe, I think I've used it once, and I need to try it in sunshine because I haven't really worn this on a sunny day. So this one is on the fence at the moment. But I do plan on using these two Reflective tacos over more glitters when I wear them. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing that throughout the winter. And I do feel like wearing some glitters soon, just for a bit more sparkle. So yeah, let me know which colours you wear these on, particularly the Disco Dust. So let me know your top picks. Let me know if this video was helpful. Which toppers have you got? Which ones do you recommend? And what combos do you use as well? Do you mix any of them together? But otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. Check out my playlists, and hopefully I will catch you on another one.